But on a continuous basis, Rotary touches life. Nice. Because mankind is our business. So I'm glad to start the introduction by introducing our own Dr. Borowa. Can you stand just with your pretty?
No, she's the whole. I've thanked her for staying behind.
Yes.
To help us survive in Nigeria. I told her that she's after God, she's next.
Yes. Dr. Borowa just got an MP what? Master's in Public Health from University of Lagos.
Wow, interesting.
And I mean, it's so nice to know that ANPA left behind.
I hope she's not planning to jump.
No, she's not. In fact, she has tried and we have been holding her back.
Because you can't trust them. As long as they are here, we'll keep celebrating and thanking them. So maybe that will encourage them to stay.
To stay, actually. So I will allow Dr. Borowa, who represents ANPA, to make a formal introduction of our guests. But before she does that, I would like to personally introduce Mrs. Foluke, the auntie of these young.
Yeah, she calls herself the driver, but
she's the boss.
She's the boss. She's over there. Thank you so much, man.
She's a retired civil servant and agronomist. Fisheries, but it's the same agriculture. You know.
Are you still in fishery or farming?
She's an aquaculture.
Wow, you are still into it.
Yeah,
yes.
Privately.
And she's doing a PhD.
President of the World Aquaculture Society African chapter.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yes.
Yeah, I want to go into farming. It's just that I have challenges. I don't have funds. I have the land. I have vast land. Though I am seeing it as my own retirement plan. I'm a publisher by profession, and I'm feeling that I've done publishing for almost 30 years. I should be thinking of my own retirement, and I want to retire into a very serene environment. So I've been thinking of agriculture. What do? I've acquired the land over 4 years ago, but I don't know what to do with it. And Nigerians, I'm sorry to say this is a negative one. You can't entrust resources to Nigeria. You will become poorer by doing that if you can't put your eye there. And we also have the challenge of security.
Insecurity.
Your life may be at risk if you put too much eye into it. So those are the factors.
So I was excited to have met her, and since I met her, I told her we are going to be partners in all kinds of things, including now that my DG is interested in agriculture. We are going to know how we consult for him, and we all will make money. So I will now allow Borowa to do the introduction of the other young people.
Okay, so this is Dr. Suwaiba Afonja.
Let's see you.
This is lovely lady. She's a fourth year medical student. They are graduating soon in 4 months' time from University of Einstein, Einstein in New York. And this is Dr. Dara.
Sorry, Dr.
Suwaiba Afonja.
Suwaiba.
And this is Dr. Dara Tokunboh from the same college, and she'll be graduating soon in 4 months. Wow. So they came for a global electric.
Dr. Dara.
Dara.
Dara Tokunboh.
Dara Tokunboh.
She's the princess from Benin.
Oba top my head.
Oba top my head.
The grandparents.
That's the great thing we have in with the kid means long.
Yes.
When they say Oba top my head, you say he said.
Grandfather as the lawyer.
You have a royal lineage.
Yes.
Thank you, sir. I'm glad they have come with both good tidings. They came with some what happened to all those, some of the medical, yeah, have you finished you?
No, we still have
Yeah.
some. Yeah.
Send some to the DG, because we have a clinic here, and they have also, they came as part of what they are doing, they came with some supplies.
Oh, that's
Yeah. And they have been very gracious with the supplies. They have given some out, and I thought I did mention that we have a clinic here in the district to be nice. No problem. You send it. She'll be able to. So ANPA is facilitating them. This is an Einstein University project, but they wanted to reach to Africa, to Nigeria, and they saw ANPA as, you know,
I'm sure if you are to be graded with this visit, you will get an A.
absolutely.
Yes, make enough documentary, enough video,
Yes.
send it as your report, you get an A. There's no way they can get
Yes.
it. Because they will see what they have not seen. Your assessors will look at it, oh, you did this.
Yeah.
They says this. They will see it as something out of the ordinary. And I'm sure you would have seen some of the things, some of your experience would have moved out. I'm sure you know.
Yeah.
So get enough documentation for your as your report, and I'm sure you.
So we have come to pay a courtesy visit for your words of wisdom, for them to see that Nigerians that are working hard, not only to the negative things that you hear about Nigerians, the people who focuses on doing good in the world. So that's why we have come. They also would like to, I'll ask them to give you a little bit of a brief of what experiences they have shared. They will share a little bit of it. They will also have a little question for you. If they want to know a little bit of what Rotary is all about, what they are doing, that would be nice. So let me start with our Royal Majesty.
Yes. Okay, I guess when I look at this trip and what we've gotten to do, I think one thing that's very important that somebody was mentioning the other day is that a lot of times with our medical schools, we'll do a lot of global health initiatives in different places, or we'll do local global health, for example. So I think it was so important. For example, I've done some global health in Honduras before as a college student. So I think it was so important to get to do something in Nigeria where your roots are, to get to come back to your place and give to your ancestors and to the country of your own heritage. So first and foremost, I think that was so important to be able to get to do, and that has just kind of, as medical students, increased our dedication to Nigeria and wanting to always come back with ANPA, always wanting to learn. And I think the nice thing about this is that it's been bimodal learning. With the workshops we've been doing, it hasn't just been us teaching, there's also people giving us, and we're also learning as well, especially in our Helping Babies Breathe workshop when we were discussing how to help, resuscitate neonates after birth. Those we were discussing with also had so much experience and could tell us, hey, actually we do it this way and prefer this way. So it's really like an incredible exchange of information that we've been able to do. I guess just to talk a little bit about, I'll talk a little bit about the two big programs that we've gotten to do in terms of workshops. One that we did yesterday that was really great was Stop the Bleed workshop and training. And so that was with in Alimo show with taxi drivers, police officers, and everything. And what was really cool is that you could really tell the impact of what we were teaching. For example, one of the things was just like if something gets an impalement, like say a stabbing or something, I kind of took for granted that a lot of people think to leave it in. I thought that most people thought to leave it in, but when we asked, a lot of people thought, oh, you should immediately remove the knife. And that's actually going to cause more bleeding out. So even just getting to talk about that, a lot of people were like, oh, I didn't realize that's what we should do. We got to practice with a tourniquet. We got to do high blood pressure readings. A lot of the people who got their blood pressure read said this is their first time ever getting their blood pressure read, and found out that they have hypertension. And we signed them up, and Dr. Borowa gave some people prescriptions, and also we encouraged them to go get a referral at the health center. So just things like that have been very just it's just been great to be a part of that. That's
Yes, so I will echo what Dara said. This has been a wonderful opportunity, especially being my first time in Africa and Nigeria. This has been an amazing experience. And like Dara shared, the impact that we've had, I can see it and feel it like firsthand. Because through the educational sessions that we've been having, it's very beneficial because, like Dara said, we learn from them, they learn from us, and then what they gain from us, they can share with others. And so that shows that it'll have a long-lasting impact. And then also like being able to see like how facilities are run, the materials that are needed. They really appreciated all the small things that we brought. So that shows that we can make a everlasting contribution throughout our career, our life, our journeys here. So I've enjoyed my time here, I've learned a lot, and look forward to doing more in the future.
Nice. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Have you eaten amala? Do you know what is meant by amala?
Ah,
I'm not
but
going to
madam,
She had no back. She had no back.
swallow.
How was it? Well, to be heavy in your stomach. Well, thank you for coming. Thank you for coming to this on this mission. I personally appreciate it. Just before PhD came, I just told them that I'm always very glad when I see medical practitioners come to Nigeria or see the medical practitioners in Nigeria, because we are in a season where when I was growing up, it was the Indians coming to Nigeria. Now it is the exit of Nigerians out of the country. So now we have a large chunk of medical practitioners leaving. Not only medical doctors, lab scientists, almost everywhere. Leaving. Nurses, all of everybody's leaving. So when I see one, I appreciate them. And why I usually would say that after God is there, the next is because they are the one to take care of our health if anything goes wrong. So God is the healer, the medical practitioner provides the next side. So they say we take care, God heals. But the truth is that if they are not there, when God blesses you, how do you want to get the healing? So I always will appreciate you, and I thank all those that have stayed behind. I've always said that whenever I see medical practitioners, not only doctors, nurses, lab scientists, all of them there. Because these are essential needs that every nation needs. And like I said earlier, you go to Nigerian hospital, public hospital, even private, now they don't have doctors. They advertise per hour work now. And Dr. Agora will know of that. My daughter said there's a platform where if you want to work for 1 hour, 3 hours, you go to that platform, you just go to the hospital, you just consult, collect your money and go. So in the past, such does not exist. The private hospitals don't have doctors. The public hospitals, we have ones that are shut down due to no personnel not being available. So we thank you for coming. Your support will go a long way in helping our environment, sustaining Nigerians. And when you continue to do this for us, you can continue to conscientize your people in the America that Nigerians are not human eater, are not cannibals. As you used to see on the video on African Magic, I don't know the word. Are not cannibals, then it's not as bad as what people say. For instance, since last week Monday till now, till yesterday morning, we had the trustee of Rotary Foundation with us. He was in Abuja and he came to Lagos on Saturday, Sunday. So it was very busy. He and his wife, they are both Americans from Alabama, so they are white. And they flew with us. In fact, the man said that was the last visit, was his 5th visit to Nigeria. So every time he looks for us coming to Nigeria. So for him, nobody can tell him that Nigeria is not. No, he will tell them, don't worry. I know my area, I know the environment quite well. Although we provided some security around them, but it's not as if we cannot do without those security. Nigeria is safe. People just pay us back. Honestly, I'm not saying safe to that extent. It's not safe, but no, it's not as if you cannot walk on the street or you can walk. If you want to try that, you can just go. Maybe I don't know where you are staying in Ikeja here. You go to some street, you see white men walking on the street. Go to the VI, see people walking on the street. Nobody's going to. I'm not saying Lagos is safe. In some part of the country may not be that safe. But when you generalize the whole thing as making us that bad, no. If it is not safe for the foreigners, then it is not safe for Nigerians. So there are some parts like that we have this insurgency, all this kidnapping and all of that. But that's really gone down now. Even in the southeast and the northeast that were prevalent, that's gone down to an extent. So, but we thank God for having you around us. We always welcome you home. And for us in Rotary International District, I want to, just before he came in, I told you that we are a humanitarian service organization. Right, for the man that came yesterday, he was able to tell us that Rotary has invested over $34 million in supporting humanitarian service projects in Nigeria, and a large chunk of them were into the health services, eradication of polio, trying family and health, children, infant mortality, and all of that. Those are the areas that a large chunk of the fund go into. Then for us, just like you have seen, that is a screening for cataract surgeries. And just yesterday again, I was on a mission to bring back about 500 children back to school. And like I explained, after COVID, the economic power of the parents went down, and a lot of these children don't go back to school. They don't go back to school. And we are just working hard to support the government on their own efforts to see how we can also support what they're doing. We have a lot of other activities we do. We have our 7 areas of focus, but if I begin to mention them, but they are mostly on health the same, because disease prevention and treatment, maternal and child health, water and sanitation. All of these and about 4 of them are related to the health and family values, while the other 3, the remaining 3, economic, community development, literacy, basic literacy and education, and the environment. Those are the 4, and the 3 that are not related to medical life. All the others are centered around the medical thing. So it's good to have you in Lagos, and I hope you find time to go out. Mommy, please take them to where they can eat and
Have you not gone out?
no, where they can eat and sweat, where water will come from their nose.
We go to Calabar.
That's very good.
Well, maybe not the spicy one. Ofada, right?
So we had Ofada House. And then they had
So you get to experience some of this local food, so that when you go back there, at times you just remember.
Suwaiba, are you hearing that?
Yes.
So that when you get there, no, you need to experience it. When I travel too, I want to eat the local meal. So as to when I get back, I will remember, when I was there, I had this. So just get to experience. You might not eat much, but just experience it. And I'm sure there are some that you really feel very comfortable with. These are not oven food. These are not stored food in the fridge. They are fresh food.
She loved suya.
Suya. But that would be spicy. Yeah. That's good.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. We are glad to be here. We will also pay courtesy to the work of the Korea, and we will spend a few minutes with
Global Radio live.
Live, yeah.
That's Global Radio season 3.
Yes. So that they can have the feel. Just before we give you start, one of the things, and we want to make them ambassadors too, one of the things we are working on to do is to establish a neonatal emergency center with show. They provided a space in Blakey, where my club, Rotary Club East, in conjunction with Rotary Club of Ikoyi, Rotary Club of Falomo, and Rotary Club of Metro, Ikoyi Metro, are trying to see how we can all join together to working with Lagos State Primary Health Board. Before they leave, we'll go back to that place briefly so that they can get a tour of that space that they are doing. I've been talking to ANPA about it. They are looking forward to experiencing the place in April. Yeah. So, but I would like them to, when they get home, to talk about it in their university as part of the things that they encountered.
I just hope your new policy will allow you to take money out of America. The new rule by Trump is that America for Americans, that the whole world must bring money to America now, not anything with America.
So thank you so much. We would like to have some photograph with you.
It's okay, I'm ready.
Yes.
I'm ready. Do you have any questions?
Do you have any questions?
What is your favorite initiative that you've been able to do as part of the Rotary?
If you say favorite, there are so many of them. But while I was coming into this office, I gave some projects as my pet projects for the year. The first one, I was concerned about the environment. Preparing to come into this office, the Michael Jackson song was the song I sang all through my training to bring out awareness of the world. Make a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. There are people dying, caring enough for the living. Make a better place for you and for me. So that was my theme song, preparing for the year. And I centered it around preserving our environment. So the first project was to ensure that July 21, we plan to plant 10,000 seedlings of coconut trees and other trees in the environment. So in the first 21 days, we were able to plant 1,000. We have since gone 3,000 now. We gave some to hours to clubs to plant. So we are doing that. So as funds, we have funds, we'll continue to do that. That was the first one. The second one was youth-centered. Youth-centered because I campaigned that I want to do a rider that will empower and encourage the Nigerian youth. A lot of the youth go into vices because they were not well guarded. So we had a rider in a way that it's changed their horizon, and we kind of gave them can be what you want to be, provide them enough training. But the next one is that I have a vocational center that we are about starting now. I want to build a vocational training center. We just got a land in Ekwe, and by the end of this month, hopefully, once we get all the approval, we'll start building that. Is to help the youth to empower themselves with vocational skills. A lot of our young adults are on the streets, not because they want to be on the streets, but because they do not have the skills they could use to better their life. And for those who choose to be wayward anyway, you can bring them back through those skills and be functional people within the society. So we do hope to have that. But in all of it, ensuring that the most important responsibility I have as a Rotary district governor is to ensure that Rotary clubs fulfill the object of Rotary and to ensure that we follow the principle of Rotary. So this has been my effort throughout the year. We've done a lot of other medical mission. Just in December, we donated medical consumables to the teaching hospital just about 700 meters from us. Maybe 700 meters from us last week. We went with the medical career. that depends on our limits of resources. We, Rotarians are people who come together to bring their resources together and do what they can afford to do. So it's because of the challenge of, we're also under pressure with the exchange rate. What that used to be 400, it used to be about 400 and something naira to $1 about 2 years ago, or even 1 year ago. It was 700 when we
Yes,
started.
750.
So 759 is now 1,600, 1,700. So the exchange rate actually brought the living standard of Nigeria. So many things are very important. So I hope I've been able to answer.
Yes, thank you.
Yes.
Any question for you?
Mine is related. So what is one goal for the Rotary this year, this new year?
Well, the goal for Rotary International for this year is to create the magic of Rotary. And how do you create the magic of Rotary? Is by helping the less privileged, creating those things that will make life better. The little effort you can do it. And one goal that we have been able to achieve is to exterminate polio on the surface of the earth. I'm from Nigeria, and we are working towards exterminating it on the surface of the earth. Now, that is a major goal of Rotary International to do as an organization. Now, the other goals are to ensure that we continue our humanitarian service project to help the less privileged within the world. Because, like I mentioned, we have 7 areas of focus, so it is not fused into one goal. No, if you say doing good in the world is our goal, our mission is doing good in the world. So that's our mantra. We have to be a people of action or do good in the world, make our world a better place. But we have 7 areas of focus where we have to do so many things, but where we have concentrated so much fun on presently is in the eradication of polio.
Good. What an inspiration, you guys.
Thank you so much. So,
So which area of agriculture? This is out of your. So which area of agriculture are you thinking?
anything that
And which state is your land?
is it Ogun State?
Ogun State.
Close to, not too far from the express. It's just at the bad road, but it's closer to Abeokuta and to the express road. And
No, I'm just thinking of linking you up with people who can help you. If it's Lagos State now, you are linked to PS4 and Greek.
that's if they will give me the land.
No, you already have the land.
As in Ogun State, that's in Ogun State.
Okay, so I will find out who is there.
Okay.
So that we start from the ministry level where we don't spend money
That's
on
good.
consultancy. I call the director of issues to tell you the principles.
No problem. I'm sure you would have had experience on fisheries where you invest so much and somebody will go and steal all the fish.
The people who are actually monitoring and feeding the fish for you.
Yeah, they are the people that will steal it.
Like the people that will steal it.
They will open
And they
frying fish frying is that not?
no, there was a man, he wanted to see women in the morning
Carrying-
they were coming from his farm, he never knew. They will greet him, he will greet them. Until they wanted to crop. And they now came, the same women with the same bowl. They said, so all these days. But he lost so much. But there are ways out of it when you are ready. But let's start with crops. Two cassava. That's where the money is.
Yeah, cassava is
Wow.
Since you have a large expanse and you don't have to be there all the